In a world of OLEDs, 4K upscaling, sometimes you just want to go back to a time when games looked just right on the screen they were made for. Today, I'm diving into the beautiful world of CRT gaming and why it's still magical. I've got a setup here and I want to show you some of my favorite games of how they look and feel playing the way they were meant to. So please enjoy. This is my Panasonic Tau CRT, one of the absolute last CRTs to be off the production line. I think it's 2005-ish from what I can gather. Please let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong here. It's got component inputs, composite inputs, S-video, and it outputs at a razor sharp 480i and sometimes 480p depending on the system you've got plugged in, making it perfect for consoles like the PS2, GameCube, OG Xbox, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, PS3. I tell you what, we can plug quite a lot into this machine if you've got the right plugs, and at a later date we may even see the Steam Deck plugged in once they get the right cabling. Why are CRTs still sought after? Input lag is really low on a CRT. The resolution on a CRT is a lot different to a standard LCD or OLED, but you'll be able to find better videos that explain it. But either way, the scan lines are perfect and they make games look so nice, and I really mean it when I say scan lines are huge, and it does bring you back to a simpler time and also makes the aliasing on games look much nicer. So without further ado, let's crack into a couple of games that I think look really nice on a CRT and were quite unexpected. Dead Space is one of those games that proves why CRTs still have the magic. On this Panasonic, the game's black stay black without being washed out with some of the modern LCDs. The glow of your suit's health meter and the eerie corridor lighting feel much more intense, like they're pulsing right out of the darkness. Because CRTs don't have a pixel grid like modern screens, the slight softness actually blends the textures in a way that makes the horror feel more cinematic. Shadows feel thicker, movement feels smoother thanks to the lack of motion blur, and the scan lines add just enough grit to make the world feel even dirtier and more lived in. So this was an awesome one, and I highly recommend you try this out on a CRT. Halo 4 is one of those games that really pushed the Xbox 360 to its absolute limits, and seeing it on the Panasonic Tau CRT makes me appreciate how much visual magic 343 Industries pulled off. The first thing that hits you is the color depth. Master Chief's screen armor doesn't just look flat, it has a rich, almost brushed metal sheen and a warm orange glow to the Promethean technology radiates out from the screen. The CRT's natural motion handling works wonders here. The intense firefights stay silky smooth with no screen tearing or artificial motion blur. Just pure clean movement that feels alive. Explosions aren't just flashes of light, they have layered warmth to them and they're blooming into the air. Plasma bolts and needler shards leave subtle light trails that pop beautifully against the darker backdrops. Even the environments feel more immersive. Metallic corridors glint with detail, and the Forerunner architecture has a soft glow. Playing Halo 4 this way reminds me why pairing original hardware with a quality CRT isn't just nostalgia, it's generally a unique visual experience that modern displays still can't quite match. And the fact that Halo 4 also supports a 4:3 ratio for its HUD is fantastic for such a late life cycle 360 title.
That's the last of them. Find the
Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox was already a technical showpiece back in 2004. Even today, running it on my Xbox 360 through this Panasonic Tau, it still looks razor sharp, pun fully intended by the way. The CRT adds great contrast to all of the scenes, flickering lanterns, feel so much more alive. Ryu's animations are insanely fluid, and on the CRT there is zero input lag to get between you and those lightning fast combos. Every sword slash leaves a crisp white arc that stands out perfectly against the shadows and blood effects. Subtle as they are, you have richness here that you don't see on a flat panel. What really surprises me is how well the textures hold up. The weathered stone, the water, the bridges, the soft glow of the paper lanterns, they all benefit from the natural anti-aliasing of the effect that a CRT gives. No jagged edges, no harsh pixel shimmer, just smooth, clean imagery that makes the game feel even more cinematic. Playing Ninja Gaiden like this feels like the definitive way to experience beautiful, brutal, and buttery smooth. If you've never played Ninja Gaiden, this is seriously a great way to try it. Of course, you could just get it on Steam and play it that way, but this is awesome. Like, I missed this back in 2004, so giving it a go now is incredible. Yeah, holy crap, this game is incredible. I think I'm gonna have to play it now. I do have it on Steam. I might have to play it on the OLED Steam Deck, but trying it here has been an absolute treat. And of course, I had to check out a couple of Wii games. Well, when I say Wii games, I mean GameCube games on a Wii using a component cable. And so I had to check out Metroid Prime, as this is like one of my go-to games now, and some Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. So yeah, as you can tell, I mean, again, this is recorded off of my phone onto YouTube, so it's hard to show what it really looks like without you being here. But my golly gosh, scan lines just make all the difference to some of these games. And the fact that we had pure blacks back in 2005, we lost to the LEDs is insane, or LCDs I should say, is incredible. And the so low input latency is also really nice for these tube televisions. Again, this is not something you can just throw into your house. Like, you have to have a room. Like, now with the way things are, you have to have room for these devices, these old TVs, and getting a hold of them is definitely not as easy as it once was. I got very lucky with this and got it off of a Trade Me marketplace, and I swooped in and got it. I thought I'd missed out on it, but I didn't, so I was really happy with that. And as you can see here, Star Wars looks absolutely fantastic. This game looks way ahead of its time, and it looks fantastic on the Cube. Yeah, again, another game I missed at the time. I wish I had a GameCube. I could go back and tell young Salami to go get a GameCube, because my golly gosh, the games on this system are absolutely phenomenal. And I have a feeling my CRT is going to see a lot of GameCube action. First on my list is Eternal Darkness. I really want to play through that. So I didn't want to put it on the video here, but I will be playing Eternal Darkness for sure. So tell me if you've got a CRT and what are some great games I should test out on it. I have access to most systems, including P1, 2, and 3, Xbox 360, and of course GameCube and Wii. I also have an N64 with a smattering of games, but I haven't got that one set up. So thank you for watching this really long video about a CRT. I hope you enjoyed it, and without further ado, have a great day guys, and I'll see you in a Steam Deck video surely in the future. Alright guys, catch ya.
Biggs, quick! Let's close it up! Right with you. We'll stay back far enough to cover you.